Hi, I'm Kerry Hughes. I'm the head of psychology here at Queen's. Psychology is a really popular subject here at Queen's, and I feel very lucky because the girls are really engaged in doing the subject. They clearly really enjoy the fact that it's a new subject as well, and it gives them an opportunity to try something that they've not done before. Psychology is a popular subject nationally, so it's the second most popular A-level. I think it's that popular because of the variety of skills that it gives individuals. So psychology is the science of mind and behaviour, so it is a clear science. It's all about understanding why people behave the way that they do. So it's about understanding, why is it that one person will do one thing, another person will do another, what are the kind of like theoretical models behind that. So you'll learn about the science behind it, so you'll learn about biology, so things like brain behaviour, and the effect of the brain on behaviour, but neuroscience as well. You'll also look at social influences on individuals. You'll also look at environmental factors such as family life, and you'll look at cognitive factors as well in terms of the way that people think about things and how that impacts their behaviour. It's a really exciting area of academia because it's obviously constantly changing, so people are learning about new things all of the time. Research is constantly being updated, and it's also extremely important in terms of modern day research to be able to critically evaluate and analyse the way in which research is carried out. So current research will look at, but we'll also look at it from an evaluative point of view, in terms of kind of explaining why people may have done that, but also what are the pitfalls with the research that they've done. In terms of psychology, there are a variety of different topics that you'll do. I won't go through all of them, but you'll really try to look at what are the fundamentals as to why people kind of behave in the way that they do. So is it nature that causes us to behave in one way? Is it nurture? We'll look at key topics like attachment, for example, developmental psychology. We'll also look at topics like gender when we get to year 13. So obviously that's very topical at the moment. Throughout psychology, research methods runs throughout it. And research methods is kind of like how science works. So from GCSE you will have done that. But it's all about how do you construct sound psychological research. So if you've got to study people, how can you make sure that you do that whilst protecting the people that you study? How do you also make sure that you are conducting sound research that's reliable and that draws valid conclusions that can be upheld in society? So we'll look at all the different aspects of kind of like trying to figure out what makes good research, and plus you'll get a chance to construct your own research and carry it out on participants. In terms of career opportunities, psychology is really popular. Not everyone goes on to study psychology at university. Even if you don't do that, I just think the skills that psychology gives you are so transferable. So in terms of higher education skills, obviously you learn to critically evaluate things, you learn to structure essays, you learn to analyse data, you learn to really question the information that you're given. There's independent research where you get to go away and you get to complete your own studies on people and then write that up. You learn to reference things, you learn to write reports. All of those aspects of the course are things that are transferable to whichever degree you go on to do. But equally, at the same time, it's really interesting.
Hi, I'm Tash.
And I'm Grace, and we both study psychology at A-level.
Why I chose psychology at A-level was because it was a brand new subject and I was really intrigued to learn something new. I've not regretted the decision since, and I love it so much that I'm incorporating it into my degree as I'm doing law with psychology.
I love psychology because I find it really interesting and it's really applicable to everyday life. It also crosses over with my RS as we both do topics on Freud and Jung. A topic that I found really interesting last year was memory, as we could apply some of the theories that we learned to revising for our other subjects.
I can honestly say that I've enjoyed the entire course. I've really enjoyed studying social influence and gender, as I've found that you can apply it to real life scenarios, and I've also learned a lot about how people act. I would really recommend this course, as the skills that you learn, such as like essay structuring and evaluating resources, is really helpful, as I found that from studying English literature and economics, it's really helped my essay style writing.
I hope that's given you a good insight into psychology. So if you have any questions, then get in touch with me, and I hope to see you soon.